Oh, just sitting down here waiting for a bit of a train. Not really. Welcome back to the Life of Loz. Obviously, boom, I am Loz. I'm going to do a bit of a redo today because my first one wasn't that crash shot. But anyway, boom, play the intro, boom. Oh, this is my 2014 FZ8n. It's the ABS model. It's a 779cc double overhead cam liquid cooled inline 4-cylinder with 106 brake horsepower, 78.1 kilowatts at 10,000 RPM, and the max torque is 82 Newton meters of torque at 8,000 RPM. Inline 4, a little screamer. 43mm inverted telescopic forks with 130mm of travel, a 310 dual disc with 4 piston calipers, ABS, and it's a 120/70/17 with Bridgestone S22 tyres. On the back it's running a monoshock with 130mm of travel. It's fully adjustable, just all your preloads, and under there it's a 267mm single disc with a single piston caliper with ABS and a 180/55/17 with an S22 Bridgestone tyres. With a seat height of 815mm, a 17 litre fuel tank, and she weighs 212 kilos. Alright, the instrumentation on this little girl: speedo, engine temp, fuel gauge, time, odometer. Love this big tacho, love it. It is, yeah, and it shines, it glows red at night time. And then obviously you got your high beam, low beam, passing, indicators, horn, hazard lights, emergency stop, and obviously your start button. Might as well have a bit of a sound check while we're here, since we're... Things that I've done to this bike, put a little belly pan on that I scrape all the time now. It's got your frame sliders, accessories, Kaufman Shorty exhaust, tail tidy kit, a K&N air filter, you know, little grippies, bar and mirrors, SDR adjustable levers, sat-nav system, Garmin 595LM, USB port to plug in my little GoPro thingamajig, brake reservoir cover, SDR levers. But apart from that, she's just a stock standard little girl. Yeah, she breathes really well and she does everything that I need her to do for me at this point. And obviously she's got some little cheap cotton reels. So yeah, I really like this little girl. She's got enough power to sort of get you out of trouble. You've really got to sort of hunt for the power, but yeah, she's been a really great sort of learning curve for me. So yeah, I love this sort of thing. All right, I'll see you out of the road. Okay, the ergos on this bike are absolutely just fantastic. It's a straight up and down naked bike. There's no pressure on your wrists. Everything's at arm's reach. I've actually got some bar risers at home that I'm going to install just to have a bit of a little looky see. They weren't that expensive, so yeah. But ergos, everybody, I can touch the ground. I'm 6'1", so you know, pretty much I can touch the ground on any bike. But with the preload adjustability, she goes down pretty far. So if you're a little bit sort of vertically challenged, I'm sure you'd be able to touch the ground on this bike. But it's just so easy to ride. Everything's at your fingertips. And yeah, it's just, yeah, ergos are fantastic. So I'll turn him around, suss him out. Alright, so if you were to make a first ride video of this, it wouldn't be that great because the suspension wouldn't be dialed in, the front and back preload wouldn't have been dialed in. It's very, yeah, very wobbly through the corners, as I would say, on the stock standard settings. But until you got it dialed in, yeah, it's really yeah, it's just something else, and you really sort of got to try and get used to it. So first rides on this bike, or first impressions, first ride reviews, probably wouldn't be that great. Yeah, I didn't like it when I first rode it, and I was like, hang on a minute. I mean, I was coming from a sports bike background, so you know, my opinion on that sort of thing on naked bikes didn't really matter too much. But yeah, it took me a little bit of a while to get used to it. Once I got the suspension dialed in and got used to trying to hunt for the power through the corners and things like that with the inline 4, getting used to it. But yeah, I love this little bike now. I've used this as a stepping stone platform to move up another class. Obviously I've got a BMW S1000R that's sitting in my shed, and I'm just about to sort of move across onto that platform and suss that out. So alright, there's one little problem with this bike, and one little dislike that I really don't like, and I think it's a little bit dangerous, and it's something that can catch you out really quickly. The ABS on this bike. Yes, it does have ABS, but it's only a single piston caliper on the back. So as soon as you go hunting for that back brake in an aggressive situation, she will just lock straight away, and then you'll hear the so it's a bit concerning when it sort of comes to that. Yeah, so you know, it does say it's got ABS, but yeah, it's bare minimal. So I think the ABS on this bike actually only came out on the 2013 model. So yeah, but that's a little bit of an intro into that. And yeah, alright, other things that I like about this bike is it doesn't weigh a ton. It's you know, it's still just over the 200, but the maneuverability of this little girl, because you know, she came out as, you know, the little mini sort of little street fighter, and you know, through the traffic with the little short wheelbase is just fantastic. It is so maneuverable, and the flickability of it once you get the suspension dialed in is just amazing. So this was a great learning platform for me to move from sports bikes over to sort of the naked bike category. Isn't it nice, though, just cruising around Walnut Park on a little day like today? It's pretty quiet. Yeah, so the maneuverability of this bike is just amazing. And then once you get used to, if you've come from an inline 4 category like myself, it was really easy to sort of try and adjust to try and get the most out of this little inline 4. I mean, it's not a, you know, it's not big CCs, but it's enough, and especially around the city, it's yeah, it goes really well. So just an awesome little platform. The price of this bike brand new was about $13,000 here in Australia, and the recommended pricing that it should go for today, I've got just under 25,000 Ks on this bike. It should be about 7.5. So yeah, if you're looking for a little platform to sort of get onto your naked bike sort of style things and try and save you a little bit of your back like I did, yeah, she's a great little class. Yeah, as I said, I've used this as a massive sort of learning curve to try and yeah, get used to the naked bike way of life. And yeah, this has been an absolute godsend for me. So yeah, I'm just about, I can ride this to its, you know, its peak limit. All the articles and that sort of stuff say that this bike will do 221 kilometers an hour, and obviously for me, I can't say how fast I've gone on it, but it's nowhere near there. So let's just keep it PG for the time being anyway. But yeah, this is an awesome little bike. Yeah, so anyway, that's about it for my little thing. I'll stop here and turn the camera around. But I mean, as you've seen, I've just been sort of cruising around here, and you know, it just does it effortlessly, and it's so comfortable. And you can just put your feet and your legs forward just on the oggy knobs there to take a bit of pressure off your back. That's if you get any pressure, but you know, it's a great little platform. So and it just cruises around, and she's just happy all day. She's a little bit thirsty on the juice. I've got to let you know that. So. So yeah, that was where my camera just went meh. I know. So yeah, I've got a bit of a sound check for you that I did previous. Obviously it wasn't in Waimea Park, it was out on the highway, so I'll play that now. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this review of my 2014 Yamaha FZ8 2.0, since my first one was a bit shit. Anyway, if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, hit the subscribe. This is Life of Loz. Obviously I am Loz. Make sure you wear all of the gear all of the time, and I'll see you on the next one. Boom.